We're now speaking with Mr. Jim Hirsch, who is president of Air Tractor in Texas. Thank you very much for talking with me today, sir.
Good morning. Air Tractor was founded in the early 70s in Albany by a gentleman named Leland Snow, who spent his life, career as an ag pilot and a designer and builder of agricultural airplanes. The company first started in the 50s as Snow Aeronautical. Eventually that company was sold and as I mentioned, Air Tractor started in the 70s. From there, we've grown from piston-powered agricultural airplanes through the turboprop airplanes that we build now into those by embracing technology and constantly improving the product line.
What separates your airplane from, let's say, the competitor? What is the primary advantage?
Our airplane is faster, more efficient, covers more acres, and does a better job of applying crop health and nutrient products for the farmers.
When one looks forward as technology evolves, what do you see in, let's say, the next 5 years that ag airplanes will have that will make them, how will they be different than they are today?
Fundamentally, they'll be very similar. There'll continue to be technological advances in the guidance systems and the GPS systems as that relates and integrates into the direction of farming in the precision farming arena. And that's where the next strides are coming as we help integrate the pieces of the precision agricultural puzzle.
Something that I've discovered at this event, which I had no idea about, was how this is a mom and pop business. That's amazing that there's been no consolidation.
Yeah, fundamentally our customer base are mom and pop operators. We have seen some shift in that, and larger operators evolve over the past 10 years, but you're right, fundamentally our customers are still mom and pop operators.
Do you see that consolidation? Do you see consolidation? I mean, if we find that the average is a 2-airplane operation, there's got to be serious economic limitations to that.
What I see is that each area of the country and each farming area has its own unique properties of how the farms are run and what crops are grown and what products are applied. That uniqueness locally is a little bit of a barrier to me from a large company trying to operate multiple airplanes in multiple locations when the operations are fundamentally the same. It's an airplane applying products, but technically and locally are very different in the operating paradigms from one region to the other.
Last question. I noticed that your company is sort of unique in this space. You've done some interesting things with your airplane. You've now got a firefighting airplane, and you even have a coin ops airplane.
Right. So as a diversity in the 90s, as we designed the 802, we did have the firefighting mission, the aerial firefighting mission in mind, and that was a special purpose that we focused on. As the big airplane, the 802 evolved, we sold some for some special mission operations in South America to eradicate narcotic crops. Those special mission airplanes were specially built and designed by us and had additional features that the typical ag or firefighting airplane doesn't have in some defensive armor. So these guys down there are spraying herbicides and getting shot at.
Right.
So we made a lot of unique modifications to do our best to help mitigate those circumstances down there. That program eventually led into modifying the airplane to doing surveillance and maybe even some light attack and armed reconnaissance kind of missions.
It's fascinating that none of your competitors have followed you down that road.
Well, actually, some have, and they're more competitors than what there appears. You mentioned before we started Embraer; they have their Tucano. Beech has the T6. We actually compete with those airplanes for those military type sales.
Fascinating. Thank you so much, sir.
All right.